And we'll see the Buccaneers' rocket-armed quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richards. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stevens setting up to throw it. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Stevens now off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He's going to have the first down, and more than that. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 86 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run in not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Stevens. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Stevens. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Buccaneers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Here we go.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category. Because
here we go.
If somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Garoppolo now. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Going play action with Stevens. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Stevens. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's Stevens to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Stevens. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running on first down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Stevens. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the 29, Garoppolo. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Myers' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Play action. Here's Stevens. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Stevens. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and 2. Now a handoff running through the middle. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back to throw. Stevens got his man complete over the middle. That's Richards. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyler Beatty with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Stevens. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle with Eckler. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. 2 mistakes.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Garoppolo. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go, here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stevens now off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Holding, offense.
And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 36 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richards. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Stevens setting up to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status,
Here we go.
I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Richards. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.